TCI Channel 63 presents the TCI Sports High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Tonight, we bring you the Rochester Falcons taking on the Adams Highlanders. Good evening, I'm Dave Jones along with John Bushka, and tonight we have the Rochester Falcons and the Adams Highlanders. It's a cross-town rivalry going on right here in Rochester. And John, as we take a look at tonight's matchup, it looks like the Adams Highlanders may have a problem matching up with the Rochester Falcons and their height.
Yes, Rochester definitely does have the size advantage here. So what Rochester Adams wants to do is put pressure on their guards, play a good, fundamentally sound, pressured man-to-man defense. On the other hand, what Rochester wants to do, they want to play a man, and they're looking for that up-tempo game so they can take advantage of what Rochester's trying to do to them.
Okay, it should be an exciting game, and we'll be back with tonight's tip-off right after this.
Vince, that new dummy cam is great.
Yeah, it'll sure give people a whole new outlook on what it's like when you don't wear a safety belt.
I think they'll get the picture.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
At Rochester Adams High School for tonight's game of the week between the Rochester Adams Highlanders and the Rochester Falcons. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight. First, the records for the Rochester Falcons. Last year, they were 8-6 in the league, 13-8 overall. For the Adams Highlanders, last year they were 9-5 in the league and 9-10 overall. And for this year's records, the Rochester Falcons are so far undefeated, 1-0 in the league, 5-0 overall. Adams is 2-0 in the league, but 3-2 overall. And now let's go to tonight's starting lineups. For the Rochester Falcons, they've got Shelton starting at forward along with Muir. Discermier, the 6'9 center. Dominic Reggio at guard and Eric Thurston, 6'5 at guard. And for the Adams Highlanders, they've got Bourdine, Preed, Brandon Clark. This is his first starting assignment. And their two starting guards, Stanley and House. And there's the coach, Ed Wright, head coach of the Rochester Falcons. And quite a crowd here tonight. Got a cross-town rivalry going. Everyone came up. They started to turn away people at the door. There is currently a sign outside saying, sold out. And as you can see, the crowd is excited as they're announcing the starting lineups down on the floor. And here's the Rochester crowd. And there's the Rochester Adams head coach, Ken Belote. And Ken, I guess, decided to make it a real affair tonight and come out in grand style with the tuxedo.
Yeah, he's really playing up this game today. He really knows it. It means something to win this game today with all the fans here. He really dressed out for the occasion.
I guess this one is for bragging rights of the town, and Ken Belote decided, hey, let's go out in style and do it. Okay, the crowd is excited. We're excited and ready. Teams are coming out on the floor. I guess you can tell this gym is going to be noisy tonight, John.
Yeah, it's really packed in here. They decided to close the doors. Everybody in the whole town's here tonight. I'm surprised if not, they're going to be watching it here on the TV.
Okay, the starting lineups are down on the floor. We're just waiting for the tip right now. And we're about to get underway. And the Adams Highlanders control the ball. That's starting guard number 20, Ryan Stanhouse. Number 12 is John Stanley, the other starting guard. And in talking with the coaches before the game, he said that his starting guards are the ones that really carry the team for the Highlanders.
And it's just as Coach Wright said, they come out in the zone right away.
we've got a three-point play to start off the game, or at least the opportunity for a three-point play. That's Carl Bodine with the bucket.
Bodine took it strong right to the hole. Drew the foul on that one. Here they come, they swing the pass. Swings inside, he takes it up strong, good pump fake, and fouled on the play by number 44, Greg Muir.
And Bodine makes the bucket, starts the game out with a three-point play. And here comes the Adams out with some pressure, trying to pressure the ball on Dominic Reggio as he brings it up. There's the feed into number 40. That's Russ DeSermia, the 6'9" center for the Falcons.
Rochester definitely has the size advantage. They want to take advantage of that and push it right inside.
They were able to do that on their first possession. Three-point attempt off the backboard. Reggio throws it up for the fast break. There's DeSermia taking another shot. He's 2 for 2.
He's feeling it right now. I think he's pumped up from the crowd.
That's number 12. John Stanley passing it out to Ryan House.
Rochester staying in the matchup 2-3 zone. They've got good pressure on the ball.
All right. And there's John Stanley. And that's a three-pointer for Stanley.
Nice three-point setup shot for Stanley. Set his feet and took the shot wide open.
And there's DeSermia from the outside.
He's definitely got the stroke right now.
DeSermia hot at the beginning of the game. He's 3 for 3. On the rebound, there's Russ DeSermia, and he's controlling the game early. Reggio bringing the ball up for the Falcons. That's Eric Thurston with the ball, passing to Greg Muir. Trying to get it inside to DeSermia, but they lose the ball to the Highlanders. And that's John Stanley. He and Ryan Stanhouse, the guards for the Highlanders.
Adams is being very patient. They're looking for a good ball movement inside.
And the ball will be out of bounds, coming back into the Highlanders. And there's Ken Belote once again in that tuxedo. And the Falcons steal the ball. That's Dominic Reggio coming out with it. Reggio now bringing the ball up court. They pass inside to Shelton. Looks like a foul on the floor. Traveling call against Shelton on that one.
Rochester tried to push it right back inside. Good move, just shuffle his feet right there. They'll try and keep pushing it right back inside on him.
Rochester's definitely trying to take advantage of their size on the inside, really trying to push the ball in. And the Highlanders are being patient with the ball on the offense. Ball's going to be out of bounds, going to the Falcons.
Adams is having trouble getting the ball inside. They're looking for the outside shot, being patient. They have to see if they can get it pushed inside some more.
And right now the Rochester Falcons are shooting 100% from the field. They're 3 for 3. And that's Russ DeSermia getting all of their points right now. Greg Muir making a drive down the lane. Rebound comes out to Reggio. He pops from inside the foul circle and he sinks it.
Good hustle by Reggio. He came right to the foul line, looked for the shot, and took it. He said he was wide open. Nice shot by Reggio.
And as you can see, the Falcons now have the lead by a score of 8 to 6. Shot is blocked by Eric Thurston. Good defensive play there by Eric Thurston, going up to block the shot. There's DeSermia with the ball, passing out to Greg Muir. Oh, alley-oop to DeSermia.
Nice lob play. They set the play up perfect for DeSermia. Went to the basket on the back door. Nice lob pass and bucket. Good setup play.
And if this continues, this is going to be a real problem for the Highlanders because that height is definitely taking them out of the game right now.
Yeah, right now they're stumped. They really don't know exactly what they want to do. They're going to have to put pressure on the guards on that pass or something like that.
It's John Stanley with the ball. He pops, and it drops.
Stanley's taking it to him right now. He's got a good jump shot.
And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll come back to the Rochester Falcons. And entering the game for the Adams Highlanders, that's number 50, Chris Pardon. Didn't see exactly who it was that sat down there. We'll set the lineups for you shortly. And there's Greg Muir. Didn't go in, and the Highlanders come away with the rebound, but Dominic Reggio steals the ball. There's Eric Thurston getting dropped for him.
Reggio had a nice pass inside, just couldn't convert on the bucket there for Rochester.
John Stanley passing the ball into Chris Pardon, and Pardon makes the bucket.
Right away, they get use of Adams, gets use of their size. They put in 6'5" Pardon, he takes it right to the basket. Good inside shot for Adams. That's what they're going to need to do here against Rochester.
Reggio being pressured out front. Eric Thurston now handling the ball. He takes the shot. And the Highlanders had 3 men on the board that time, and they came away with the rebound.
Exactly. Rochester's looking for the outside shot. They should be concentrating on pushing it right inside.
Ryan House looks like he's setting for 3, but passes inside. Stolen away by Desermier. Passes off to Eric Thurston. Eric Thurston misses the layup. And here come the Highlanders now with the ball. Here's John Stanley. And it looks like we've got a traveling call. The ball's going to go to the Falcons. Okay, we've got substitutions now for the Highlanders. Number 44, Greg Pyatt coming in. And number 24, Greg Bath. Dominic Reggio being pressured up front. And it looks like we've got a foul. That's going to go against number 20, Ryan Stanhouse of the Highlanders. And so far here in the first quarter.
Here comes Biggio. It's a good steal by House. House gets good pressure, but the foul. He was just intense there. He made a good attempt for the steal, but just put a little bit too much pressure on him there.
And so far in the first quarter, turnovers. Rochester Falcons have committed 2, and the Adams Highlanders have 5 turnovers. There's Shelton with the ball. Looks like he double dribbled. Exactly, says the referee.
Shelton just couldn't get a hand on the ball. It was a nice pass inside. He had a wide open lane, just couldn't handle it.
And the Highlanders come out now with the ball. We're tied 10-10 here in the first quarter. 2 minutes to go. Oh, and that's Greg Bath losing the pass there, and the ball going out of bounds.
Just didn't have concentration on that pass.
Those are the kind of turnovers that you really don't need, just a lack of concentration.
Yeah, that's the ones that will get you, right, Coach? Coach won't really be too upset about that if he can, just gain his confidence back on that.
And the Highlanders will get the ball. Also in the game now for the Rochester Falcons is number 12, Michael Ferguson. And the Highlanders get the ball down deep to Chris Pardon. He puts it up and he puts another bucket in.
Yeah, that was a nice pass to Harden. Rochester expanded their zone all the way up top. They got a good pass down low. He took it strong to the bucket. Nice shot.
So Chris Pardon has come off the bench and has contributed for the Highlanders.
Yeah, he's really helped him with his size so far against Rochester, excuse me.
There's Pardon with the defensive move, swatting the ball out of bounds. And coming into the game now for the Rochester Falcons, that's number 54, Ken Kopecki. And sitting down will be Shelton, L.J. Shelton for the Falcons. Eric Thurston will inbound the ball for the Falcons. He found Kopecki underneath, but Kopecki wasn't able to put it down.
That was a nice play inside. He just couldn't convert the bucket there.
Chris Pardon with a nice feed inside. Number 44, that was Craig Pyatt taking it up and drawing the foul.
Rochester Adams is playing Rochester's game right now. They're getting the best of them inside, even though they're the smaller team right now.
Chris Pardon made a nice feed that time inside to Chris Pyatt. Chris Pyatt was able to draw the foul, so he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Here's Pardon. Pardon dumps it right inside, turns, squares up, gives him another pump fake, and they get him on the arm right there. He'll go to the line and shoot 2 for that one.
Harden's really contributed off the bench here, David.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. He's made a couple of good buckets inside, and he's been rebounding and playing good defense. There's Craig Pyatt at the line, missed his first shot. And he makes the second. We've got a 13-10 Adams lead here. Just a little more than a minute to go in the first quarter.
Adams comes out putting a little bit more pressure on the ball, half-court pressure.
And the Falcons attempted a three-pointer that did not go down. Fight for the ball. Who's going to come away with it? The Highlanders do. And the referee's going to bring the ball back. And it looks like it's going to be the Falcons' ball. And that's Paul Van Dam now in the game for the Falcons. He'll inbound the ball to Michael Ferguson. Less than a minute to play in the first quarter. Ferguson takes a shot off the backboard. And there's Chris Pardon once again coming down with the rebound.
Yeah, he's really contributed. He's played a whale of a game so far.
Oh, and there's a block shot. The Falcons are going to come down on a fast break. Michael Ferguson with another turnover, traveling with the ball.
Rochester seems like they're a little bit out of control. It may be this crowd here that's giving them the jitters a little bit.
This is a big crowd, and it's loud in here tonight. Let's see if the Highlanders will wait for one shot. Less than 30 seconds to go. No, they shoot it up. And the Falcons' Michael Ferguson comes away with the rebound.
Harden almost got a hand on that rebound, too. He's all over the place.
Paul Van Dam with the ball. Paul Van Dam, the Falcons' long-range three-bomber. Van Dam takes it down the lane, draws the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
That was a good one-on-one move with Van Dam. He squared up, took him to the hole. Here you can see it on the replay. Squares up, takes him on the left-hand dribble. Gives him a good tries to draw the contact and does. He'll go to the line and shoot two there.
Okay, Paul Van Dam at the line shooting two. First shot goes down. And the Rochester Falcons fans are trying to put the hex on Paul Van Dam, but it doesn't work. He sinks both foul shots. Number 24, that's good back. Hits a three-pointer to close out the first quarter for the Adams Highlanders. And the Highlanders have the lead, 16-12 here.
Boy, that was a nice shot coming down. Took his time and saw it, looked on the clock. He had 3 seconds left. Squared up. Nice shot.
Okay, let's go into the Rochester Adams huddle and see if we can hear what the coach is saying.
Now, hey, they're going to stay in that 2-3 zone. Let's be smart with the basketball, right? Move it around, move it around. What are they most concerned about right now? Outside. Our perimeter shot, that opens the middle of the zone now. These two guys can score in there. Be smart. Don't throw. Bounce passes inside. Chest pass, step around pass, overhead pass. Play hard. Who's ball? Their ball. STP. Who's back? Guy that's taking the ball out of bounds. STP.
Okay, we're getting ready now for the start of the second quarter. And John, you know, at the beginning of the game, Coach Ed Wright said that he definitely wanted to win this game. Right now they're 5-0. And he figured that the big game for them on their schedules was West Bloomfield. He wants to go into West Bloomfield, still undefeated in the league. But if this continues, he may get his first loss tonight.
Yeah, maybe Coach was looking ahead to West Bloomfield. He said he needed this one to possibly go 6 or 7-0 in the league. Right now, Adams is really playing, got the best of him.
And the referee stops play. Looks like we got an extra ball out on the court. And the Falcons will inbound. There's Dominic Reggio handling the ball out front for the Falcons. Taking the baseline. And that's going to be a foul on Ryan House of the Adams Highlanders.
Yeah, House was trying to drive him baseline there. Didn't cut it off just quite.
Did the referee call the foul, or are they changing?
Well, they may have called an offensive foul, Dave. I'm not sure.
Well, the Adams Highlanders will get the ball. Couldn't exactly see what the referee called there.
They might have caught Reggio for pushing off with the right hand, driving to the lane there.
It's Ryan House and John Stanley out front. Looks like they're looking for Chris Pardon on the inside. And the Highlanders are taking their time, and they're definitely playing their game tonight.
Rochester's still expanding the zone. Adams.
We just got a technical foul against Coach Ed Wright of the Rochester Falcons. And as you can see, he's being very vocal there.
Yeah, it looks like Coach is upset. He said this game doesn't mean much to him, but literally it looks like the pressure's on him so far, with Adams outplaying Rochester so far at this point in the game.
And Ryan House misses both technical foul shots there. And John, you know, the Rochester Falcons fan didn't like that call there. Like, we can't say what it was they were chanting, but they definitely showed their displeasure with that technical foul against Coach Ed Wright.
Yeah, they're very upset. Everybody's feeling the excitement so far.
And the Adams Highlanders once again comes out with the ball.
Adams is looking to flash a guy in the middle of the zone. Rochester's coming out high. So far, Adams has been pretty successful at it.
Well, Rochester's playing that zone, and the Highlanders are being patient. They're taking good shots so far.
And that's what you got to do. I think another thing helps is being at home, too, and having the crowd on your side. They can do that and relax with knowing that their crowd is on their side.
There's DeSermia once again. He misses, but Shelton comes away with the rebound. Shelton puts it up, didn't make it.
Yeah, Shelton just didn't take that one strong to the basket. He's got to go up and draw the foul on that one.
Here's John Stanley taking the shot.
Stanley's liked that spot so far. He's been on the court. He's hit 2 open jumpers from there so far.
And that foul was called on number 32, Paul Van Dam of the Falcons. And here's the Rochester Falcons huddle.
At the beginning of the game so far, I see that Rochester was pushing it in. They were successful when they went inside. They've failed to do that. They've looked for the outside shot so far, and Adams has done exactly the opposite. Here you go. You can see Adams. Number 12 takes it up. He gets fouled on the play. Doesn't make the shot, but he'll go up for 3 free throws when he comes back.
And here's the crowd. They're packed in here tonight, and it's loud. And next week, we'll journey over to Oakland University as the Pioneers take on Northwood Institute. Don't forget the college game of the week next week, Saturday and Monday at 7 p.m. here on Channel 63. And the teams are coming back out on the floor. And going to the line for the Adams Highlanders will be John Stanley.
He'll shoot 3 attempts for getting fouled on the 3-pointer here.
Stanley's got 2 more shots to go. Stanley makes the second one, and he's got 1 more foul shot. And here's Eric Thurston now entering the game for the Rochester Falcons. And Stanley was able to put down 2 free throws, and the Highlanders, their lead now is 6 by a score of 18-12.
Here's Adams putting a little full court pressure on their guards. This is one of the coach's points at the beginning of the game. They're going to try and pressure Rochester's guards.
It's like the coach of the Highlanders thought that they were weak at guard and figured they could pressure the Falcons guard.
Yeah, he figured that would come out in their favor.
Eric Thurston comes off the bench and makes his first two. There's a pump fake there by Stanley. Takes the ball up. Nice shot.
Well, Stanley's feeling it now. He definitely knows how to break the zone. He's either going to go deep or give him the pump fake now that they fouled him, and he's going to take it right back to the hole.
There's Dominic Reggio. The ball is swatted out of bounds by Ryan House. So the Falcons will inbound. There's Eric Thurston once again from the corner. Comes off to Desermia. Desermia on the rebound.
Good rebounding there on the weak side boards. Kept it alive for Desermia. Desermia right on the glass, being 6'9", just dished it right inside.
And Adams once again facing that zone, but taking their time. And John Stanley gets his shot blocked, but it comes back to the Highlanders. There's Dominic Reggio now coming off with the rebound.
Didn't look as Adams was that patient that time down. They looked like they forced a couple of quick shots, and that's exactly opposite of what they've been doing earlier in the game here, Dave. Here's Reggio, another reach-in foul by Stanley.
And coming back into the game for the Highlanders is Brandon Clark. We'll make that number 50, Chris Pardon, back into the game. And that was a double dribble there by number 32, Phil Preed. Dominic Reggio now bringing the ball up against the pressure.
Good pressure by number 20, Ryan House, so far in the game.
And there's Paul Van Dam setting up for a three-pointer, but it doesn't go down. And the Highlanders come away with the ball. But they had a little mix-up there.
It looks like it was tipped off the fingertips of one of the Adams' players. The ball's going to go over to Rochester. Another costly turnover for Adams.
And we've got 5 minutes to go in the second quarter with the Highlanders leading by a score of 20-16. And that's John Stanley bringing the ball up for the Highlanders to Ryan House. It's like Stanley really wants to get off one of those three-pointers.
Yeah, I think what he's got to do is penetrate inside and dish it off one of the bigger players.
There's Eric Thurston trying to make a move.
I think they called it traveling. Thurston was just a little bit out of control on that one.
Checking into the game for Highlanders, number 44, Craig Pyatt.
And Craig Pyatt, number 44, is coming into the game for the Highlanders. And also number 24, Greg Bath. The Highlanders are bringing the ball up the court, leading here in the second quarter by 4.
Looks like he might have stepped out of bounds there.
Another one of those turnovers that you don't need, strictly from a lack of concentration. Got to know where you are on the court.
Exactly, you got to know where your floor spacing is, especially when they're expanding the zone like that.
There's Desermia turning around, taking a short jumper that didn't go down.
Another strong rebound by Chris Pardon there.
And the Falcons are content to sit back in that zone. There's Chris Pardon on the board. Didn't get it to go in.
Nice penetration by Ryan House for the dump-off pass inside to Chris Pyatt. Just couldn't convert on the play.
Let's see if the Falcons can get that inside game going again. There's Paul Van Dam with a three-pointer. And the Highlanders come away with the rebound. John Stanley passes the ball over to Greg Bath. Stanley trying to set up for that three.
Boy, Rochester's really expanding the zone now. I think what they have to do is get Adams to flash in the middle and then penetrate down low. There we go. They try and dump it inside
Greg
there.
on the inside. Gives it to Chris Pardon. Pardon's shot was blocked. And there's Paul Van Dam missing a layup.
Just didn't concentrate on that one. Nice block shot and pass up court.
Oh, there was a three that almost went in. There's Eric Thurston with the ball, looking on the inside for Shelton. Not a very good pass, though. Didn't let Shelton get set down there on the post.
Yeah, it was a nice defense. He came around the post, Chris Pyatt did on that one.
And the Highlanders continue to pressure Dominic Reggio, and it seems to be working thus far.
Yeah, another costly turnover. Both teams really struggling to be patient and get a good shot here.
And the Highlanders pass the ball around the perimeter. John Stanley on the wing, passing to Ryan House. Here's House driving the baseline. Stanley once again wanted to set up for that three.
Yeah, that's his spot. He's looking for that one. He's hit a couple from there, got fouled once from there.
You know, he's had a couple blocked. Maybe he's just a bit tentative right now.
Yeah, they're really expanding that zone. He's having trouble out there. They're all over him.
And John Stanley draws the foul. Coming into the game now for Rochester, that's number 34, Kevin Hardy.
Highlanders, number 42, Carl Bodine.
And also coming in now for the Highlanders, number 42, Carl Bodine. Out of the corner, that's number 24, Greg Batt. And that was a three-pointer.
Nice spot up for the three-pointer. Got a nice pass from the point guard, sunk it right down there.
The Highlanders are playing an excellent game, and in order to nullify the height disadvantage that they're at.
Yeah, as long as they can be patient, they've got a good shot here of making a good effort and getting a good shot off.
Here's Greg Batt once again. This one didn't go down for him. Tipping it in on the rebound. That's number Brandon Clark. Tipping it in there for the Highlanders.
And Chris Parton kept it alive on the weak side glass. Once again, getting another rebound.
Dominic Reggio pops from the outside. It goes down. Less than 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Score is 25-18. The Highlanders are leading. There's Ryan House driving the lane. Puts it up and it drops.
Nice shot. That's what they need to do. They need to get the penetration in there. It's wide open in the middle of the zone. They get a nice shot just like that one.
There's Ryan House putting a little pressure on Dominic Reggio. And as you can see, we've got less than a minute to go. Greg Muir pops from the foul line.
Nice shot off the dribble. Took it right to the foul line, squared up. Good shot.
There's Chris Parton. Nice strong move on the inside.
Nice strong post up. Good pass inside. Took it strong to the hole for the bucket.
Parton's playing a great game here in the first half.
Oh, he is absolutely the difference so far for Adams. He's really sparked him off the bench.
20 seconds to go now here in the first quarter. Here's Dominic Reggio driving the baseline, passes it off to Shelton. Shelton lays it in.
Nice dribble penetration by Reggio. Dumped it right off to Shelton.
There's Ryan House taking it down the lane. Made a nice move, but the bucket didn't go in, and he didn't get the foul.
And that's the end of the half.
And the first half is over.
29. Rochester Falcons.
And the Adams Highlanders have come out here and nullified the height advantage of the Falcons, and they lead 29-22. And it looks like the crowd is getting a good game. That's what they came out for.
Boy, Rochester and the Rochester Adams are producing a good game for the crowd so far. Rochester Adams is being patient, trying to get the good shots. Rochester's trying to dump it in the game at first, at the beginning of the game. Settling for the jump shots right now, but it's definitely an exciting one here at Rochester Adams High School.
Okay, we're at halftime. The score, the Highlanders leading the Falcons by 29-22.
You know, choosing a dog is a lot like choosing a car. First, you need to decide whether you're interested in a compact with 4 on the floor, a mid-size, stick optional, a deluxe with power steering. Is a new model more your style, or one with a few miles on it? And what about color? Just red, yellow, two-tone is very handsome. Of course, handling is important. And whatever you're looking for, we've got it. All makes and models, foreign or domestic. So come to our showroom today. You can even take one out for a test drive.
And we're back at Adams High School for tonight's game of the week between the Adams Highlanders and the Rochester Falcons. And the Highlanders have the lead at halftime by 7, 29-22. So let's take a look at the stats. In the first half, as we can see, the Adams lead in field goal percentage, 44-38. Free throw, they have a little bit of an advantage where they've shot a few more. They've got a couple of more free throws. And in rebounding, it's just a little bit even, and turnovers is a bit even. So actually the 7-point difference, as you can see, comes from, one more field goal for the Adams Highlanders and a couple of more free throws there, and you've got your 7-point lead, John.
And I'm surprised there too. Adams is definitely up in the rebound there by 3 rebounds. With the Rochester's team size, that's shocking right there.
Yeah, let's see if the Rochester Falcons can go back to that inside game that started out so well for them at the beginning of the first quarter.
And there they start off. That's the shot they need, right from the wide open top of the key. They get it right to him, and he hits the first shot of the half.
And the Falcons lose the ball out of bounds. Here come the Highlanders now, leading 31-22.
Rochester starts back out in the zone.
And there's John Stanley spotting up for that three-pointer, but it doesn't go down. Reggio coming away with the ball. Driving for the layup, and he puts it down.
It's a nice drive by Reggio. Almost looked like a goaltending there by Rochester Adams.
And the Highlanders come back up. Here's Ryan House making an attempt from three-point range. It doesn't go down. A lot of action there on that rebound.
Boy, you can tell this game is intense. Both players are on the floor, diving for the ball. Here's the rebound, comes off, right over his back, gets tangled up, takes him. It was a good takedown.
But you get no points for takedown in basketball.
Must be a wrestler.
Okay, the Falcons inbound the ball. And the Highlanders continue to put that token pressure on Reggio. Just want to make him bring the ball up and spend some time doing it.
Test his confidence a little bit. That's just what Coach wanted to do.
And they go inside to Shelton. Shelton makes a move and takes it up. Gets 2 points.
Nice shot. Pass inside. He squared up to the basket. Got a good shot at it.
I want to see how long the Falcons are going to be content to stay in this zone. There's Desermia with a steal. Oh! Wanted to go up and slam it down, but he must have lost concentration and the ball slipped out of his hands.
Boy, you can see he's really disappointed. You want to put on a show for the big. Here's the slam. He goes up. He just comes up a little bit short, hangs on the rim. He's lucky he didn't get a technical there on that play. That will really pump up the Adams crowd here.
Well, let's see. It looks like the referee did call a technical foul. That's John Stanley going to the line. He will shoot a technical. Misses the first shot.
Yeah, the referees caught Desermia standing on the rim. Usually in high school, they'll whistle you for a tee that quick.
Okay, Stanley sinks, 1 of 2. Highlanders now with a 6-point lead with 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Score is 32-26. And the Highlanders inbound the ball. There's Greg Bath with the ball for the Highlanders. And the Highlanders are being patient, working the perimeter.
They're looking for the good shot.
And there's Reggio with the steal. Pitch it off to Eric Thurston. Eric Thurston lays it in.
Beautiful bounce pass there by Reggio. Threaded the needle on that one.
Highlanders once again being patient. Stanley takes it down the baseline. And there's Desermia with the rebound.
Nice dribble penetration there by Stanley. Just couldn't buy the bucket on that one.
Eric Thurston with a nice pump fake, but it didn't go down. And that's Carl Bodine coming away with the rebound for the Highlanders.
They need to flash Bodine here in the middle to see if they can get him into that shot. He was effective on the first one at the starting of the half.
And they're the Highlanders working it around the perimeter. Very patient team.
Rochester's looked like they sagged the zone back a little bit.
Ryan House driving the baseline. Puts it out to Greg Bath. There's John Stanley. Once again, he has his shot blocked. Greg Bath puts up a three-pointer. Rebound comes away to the Highlanders. There's Desermia taking the rebound and pushing it up court. Bad pass and it goes out of bounds.
Another turnover by Rochester. Just have to be patient on those.
And Rochester has had two good chances to cut into this lead. Eric Thurston missed a bunny underneath, and then on that fast break, there was another chance, but those two buckets could have been tied here right now.
Desermia missed the slam dunk. That's 6 points right there.
And here's the Rochester Falcons huddle with Coach Ed Wright.
In the middle, Carl's wide open. Brandon, you and Carl take turns playing that middle. Okay? Sometimes you play low, sometimes you play up on wheel. Take turns in. Okay? The other thing is don't throw across the zone. They're leaving the point guy open. Dribble the ball back and reverse it that way. Take what they give us right now. They're trying to force anything. Do what we do well. Don't play them games.
News writer Mike O'Hara and free press writer Kurt Sylvester on Front Page Football. Each week they talk to a member of the Detroit Lions. Tune in every Saturday at 6:30 p.m. on Channel 63. And we're getting ready for the start of play. Here come the Highlanders with the ball. Less than 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 4-point lead for the Highlanders.
Coach Baloney in the timeout wanted stressing to be patient, look for the good shot, get a guy high and low, and take it right to him.
And the Falcons come away with the ball. There's Eric Thurston. Puts it down and he draws the foul. And the Rochester Falcons fans like that one.
Nice shot by Thurston. Drew a little pump fake. You can see here, here's Thurston. He's looking for the pass. Gets caught on the dribble. Was going to pass it back out. Up and under move with the pump fake. Gets fouled on the play and the bucket is good.
Let's see if Eric Thurston can complete the three-point play. And he misses the shot, but Lonnie Shelton grabs the rebound. Looks like he's got a foul on Carl Bodine.
Looks like Bodine came in from the backside. Pushed him out on the box out.
And they're going to inbound the ball from the baseline. Rochester Falcons ball. Here's Dominic Reggio trying to penetrate. Stops and he pops and he puts it down.
He likes that penetration shot. Takes it right to the hole, pulls up for the jump shot. That's been effective for him so far in the game.
And we've got a tie score here in the third quarter. Lonnie Shelton comes down with the rebound for the Falcons, but he's called for traveling.
Adams put a little pressure on him there. Looks like Shelton got a little confused, didn't know what to do with it. Got called for traveling on the play.
And the Highlanders inbound the ball. Still taking their time to work the perimeter. That's Ryan House from three-point land. Didn't go down for him. And the Falcons had the rebound, but they lost it out of bounds.
Just couldn't control it off the glass. Rochester Adams looks like they're trying to push it inside and then dump it outside for the open shot.
Fight for the rebound. And do we have a foul on the play? It looks like the referee's calling a foul.
call a foul. Looks like the Rochester players both bumped into each other. It almost looked like a traveling. Here we come off the rebound. Here comes Reggio with the, oh, his player bumped right into him, and they called a foul on number 12, John Stanley. Mistake there by the referee.
There's Eric Thurston with the ball. Stops and he pops. Comes off now to the Highlanders.
Adams patient off the fast break. Here's Stanley again with a jump shot from 3. Nice shot by Stanley. He's been hot so far.
John Stanley's been looking for that three-pointer most of the game.
He's spotting up for that one. He knows that's his shot.
We've got a little more than 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And that three-pointer just put the Highlanders up by 3. Eric Thurston inside to Desermia. He turns and draws a foul.
Nice pass inside. It was a good jump hook by the 6'9" Russ Desermia. At that height, he can just turn around and shoot that jump hook. I don't think anybody can stop that. I think
nobody can stop him.
That's what Rochester should be doing.
That foul went against Chris Pardon, number 50. Going out of the game now, it's going to be Ryan House. And coming in for the Highlanders is number 32, Phil Preed. And Desermia is on the line to shoot 2. And there's Paul Van Dam coming into the game for the Falcons. Shooting down is Greg Muir. And Desermia hits both of his foul shots. Did you notice the ritual there by the Rochester Falcons fans as they turn around and kind of wave their fingers there?
Yeah, that's a nice little sit-up Rochester has there.
Coming down with the rebound, that's Desermia for the Falcons. And the Falcons are pushing the ball up the court.
They wanted to try and take advantage of that up-tempo game. That was one of the keys for Coach Ed Wright's team today.
Van Dam took a bad shot there, though.
Yeah, they're really forcing it. They've got to set up and be patient too on both sides of the ball.
And we've got 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go here. The Adams Highlanders leading by 1. And the Falcons are sitting in that zone.
The tempo is definitely suiting Rochester Adams. They wanted to stay in the lower 50s. Rochester wanted to get the game up in the 70s.
And it's definitely a low-scoring game right now. It looks like we probably will be somewhere in the 50s at the pace that we're going. Oh, nice move by Pardon, but just didn't get the shot to go down.
Nice pass inside. Nice post-up, good square turnaround. That's what he's been hitting all day so far. Just couldn't convert on that one. Here we go with the replay. Good pump fake again. Almost gets fouled by Shelton. Bucket couldn't convert. Shelton comes down with the rebound, and Bourdine fouls him.
And the Falcons will inbound the ball, and it looks like the Highlanders will be putting on some full-court pressure. Here's Eric Thurston bringing the ball up. Where did that pass go to, John?
Boy, Craig Pyatt just came up and put a little defense and just couldn't convert on that. He put good pressure on him. He felt the pressure and threw it right out of bounds.
Nice catch there by the fans. Just so happens he's not in the game.
Boy, they're going to look for him in a couple of years, suit him up.
And John Stanley's back in the game. Taking the shot for the Highlanders. That was Phil Preed.
Looks like there's a foul for Adams.
Yeah, from the vantage point that we have here, John, it's a little difficult for us sometimes to see the calls that the referees are making.
There's a good pump fake move up and under. Nice shot by Preed. And there's a foul over the back on Desermia. He had good position, and at 6'9", it's going to be hard for a player to come over his back.
So West Desermia goes to the line now.
Looks like Desermia is trying to assert himself here in the second half a little bit, both offensively and defensively.
Shooting 1 and 1, he missed the first one, so he won't get the bonus. Score remains 35-34. Highlanders leading by 1. John Stanley out front with the ball. Getting pressure from Dominic Reggio.
No foul call there by the referee. Good pressure defense.
So we've got less than 2 minutes to play here. The Highlanders taking their time. And here's Greg Bath taking the baseline. Let's see if they can feed it into Chris Pardon. Looks like he's trying to set up there on the post. But the referee calls the foul. Is that against Reggio?
Yeah, that was Reggio. He came up, tried to trap him in and get him in a little half-court trap there. I think he put too much pressure on him, reached in, and the referee called him for one.
And Michael Ferguson now is in the game for the Rochester Falcons. That's number 12. And the Highlanders are working the perimeter.
Ferguson with good defense up top.
Stanley going inside. He shoots it and he pops it. He gets 2 points.
Yeah, as soon as Ferguson came up on him there, he took the dribble fake, took it, and that's his shot again with the pull-up jumper right at the foul line.
Let's see what the Falcons do here now with almost less than a minute to go. Losing the ball, that's going to be Shelton on the foul there.
And a good steal by Pardon. Pardon reached in, played the passing lane, got the steal, and got the foul. Here you go. Here's good pressure. They go inside to Shelton. The dribble penetration. He loses the ball on the pass here, and here's Pardon again. He's had great hands today. He's been all over the place. Foul on Shelton.
Coming back into the game for the Highlanders is Ryan House, and sitting down is Phil Preed. Number 30, Brandon Clark, is now entering the game. Sitting down, number 44, Craig Pyatt. Into the game for the Falcons is number 44, Greg Muir, and Eric Thurston will take the rest. Here come the Highlanders once again.
Sounds like the Rochester crowd's trying to spark their team. Almost got the steal on that play.
Less than a minute to go. The Highlanders leading by 3, 37-34. And I got a brain.
Here we go. Here's the cross-court pass. Almost the steal here. And almost a foul, but no, the ball goes back to Rochester Adams.
And there's Chris Pardon trying to make a move inside, but he loses the ball to Desermia. The Falcons come away with it. Michael Ferguson pushing it up. A lot of contact, but no call. Falcons losing the ball out of bounds.
Nice pass by Desermia there. Just couldn't hang on to the pass inside.
33 seconds to go. Up by 3 points are the Highlanders.
Looks like Adams is going to be patient on this one. They probably want to get the last shot going into the fourth quarter here.
And that's Greg Bath from three-point land. He puts it down.
Boy, so much for the last shot. He was wide open on the three-point shot. He felt confident, took it, and knocked it down. Nice play there.
The Highlanders have shown that they have nice perimeter shooting. When they're open and they take their time and square up and set up for those shots, they make a lot of them.
Yeah, they're ready right there. When they get the ball, their feet are square. They're ready to shoot it. They know they're going to get the shot.
Are the fans having a good time or what here, John?
Boy, they're loving it here. They're loving it here today at Rochester Adams.
4 seconds to go. And there's the buzzer. That's the end of the third quarter. The score is 40-34. The Highlanders are leading the Falcons. I think we're going to have an action-packed fourth quarter coming up. And let's go into the Rochester Huddle.
Get over here. Who's in? The starters plus Eric, LJ, and Mikey Stan. No, you're in. I want you picking them up in a man. You're going to have to work this out, gentlemen, or the game's over. You figure it out. I'm going to say hi.
To keep on top of what's going on in Oakland County, tune into the Oakland Press Perspective. The editor of the Oakland Press, Neil Monroe, hosts this program. Watch it every Friday at 8:30 on 63. And turnovers for the third quarter. Rochester Falcons had 8 and the Adams Highlanders had 4.
That looks like the difference right there so far in the ball game. It's a tight ball game. That's the last thing coaches want to do in a tight ball game is have your team turn the ball over.
And the Falcons missed some golden opportunities there in that third quarter to put down buckets, and they didn't get them.
Now, Rochester could be frustrated here a little bit by this tempo. The tempo so far has been suited towards Rochester Adams.
Here's a feed inside to Shelton. Shelton makes 2.
He swung They swung the ball over there and decided to Shelton. Shelton cut from the baseline. Nice shot there.
And that shot closes the gap to 4. And it looks like the Falcons going to come out and put some pressure on them in this fourth quarter. There's Brandon Clark. He misses the shot. But coming away with the rebound is Greg Bath for the Highlanders. Got a foul on the inside. Looks like that's going to go against Greg Muir, number 44 of the Falcons.
Greg Muir trying to get defensive rebounding position there. Got called for the foul.
And the Highlanders will inbound the ball. A little bit of a brain teaser for you, John, even though I know the answer to this. What's a Highlander?
Well, I think today the Highlander is a person in a Scottish kilt. I don't know how many people knew that one. It's a little secret Dave and I had for you.
That was one of my first questions I wanted to ask somebody coming into the door. You know, what's a Highlander?
It's a tricky nickname.
And the ball goes out of bounds. It looks like the Falcons will retain possession.
Nice hustle by Pardon. I'm very impressed by this young man here. He's played well today.
Chris Pardon is a hustler. And the Highlanders now have a lead of 2 points. It's 40-38 here. 6:55 to go in the fourth quarter.
Here's where the pressure really starts to build. Adams up by 2. Good solid defense could turn this game around.
Reggio driving the lane. Here's Ferguson now with the shot. Coming away with the rebound for the Highlanders, that's number 42, Carl Bourdin. And Reggio will be called for that foul.
That's surprising that Rochester would put so much pressure on the man. Here you go. Reggio just gets a little bit too excited and gets the foul on John Stanley.
And there's the coach of the Highlanders in his tuxedo. Greg Bath handling the ball out front with Ryan House.
Rochester's in a man-to-man now. They're going to try out and force some pressure on Rochester Adams guards.
Well, I think Rochester has realized that they've got to put some pressure on the Highlanders because they're doing a good job being patient while they're sitting back in that zone.
Especially with that size. They should really do a job on the man-to-man.
Here's a bucket for the Highlanders. Back up to 4 points. With Ryan House out front with the ball now for the Highlanders. Reggio pressuring, but he slips. All right. Chris Pardon once again coming through for the Highlanders.
Boy, nice dribble penetration by Ryan House. Got to Chris Pardon. Chris Pardon set up. Nice shot.
Falcons go inside to Greg Muir. Did you see that block? Chris Pardon once again.
Boy, he's all over the place. He got up on that one. He must be pumped up by this adrenaline of the crowd.
And the Highlanders are doing their best to bring the home team a victory tonight.
They're still being patient on offense.
You get a 5-second call there.
Good defense by Dominic Reggio. They're putting the pressure on the guards. There's a 5-second call. That's what they're probably going to try and force here in the next couple minutes with 5:23 left in the game.
And the ball will go to the Falcons after this timeout. 5:23 to go here in the game. 44-38. The Highlanders are leading. Here's the Rochester Falcons huddle. And now let's go to the other huddle and see what the Adams Highlanders are doing.
Stay in 10 down here. Be aggressive. Get after the boards. We'll run 2 the next time down. Okay? You can pick for either Kyle or Greg. Doesn't matter. Okay, either way. You prefer Greg. Okay? All right, let's go. Come on.
And next week we'll journey over to Oakland University as the Pioneers take on Northwood Institute. Don't forget the college game of the week next week, Saturday and Monday at 7 p.m. on Channel 63. And we're ready for play to start here once again in the fourth quarter. Clock running down to 5 minutes. Reggio lost his concentration and he double dribbled.
Boy, that's a big mistake coming out. They were just about to make a run there, and that's a big mistake by Reggio.
Well, Coach Ken Belote of the Highlanders felt they could pressure Reggio and force him into some mistakes, and they just did that time.
Yeah, they felt that their guards were the weak spot. So far, they've done a good job containing them.
It's Ryan House passing over to Greg Bath. John Stanley always looking to score. Drives the lane, but his shot is blocked out of bounds.
Boy, nice weak side help by Shelton. He came over, just took it right out of Stanley's house and threw it into the wall. Here you go. Here's Stanley coming down the lane. Desermia couldn't get there. Stanley thought he could sneak it up, but boy, Shelton just came from the weak side. That's a big-time block.
And I think John Stanley was looking for a foul on that play, too. He kind of gave the ref that look like, where's my foul?
I think the refs are going to let a few play now that late in the game.
And the referee blows the whistle to stop play. Let's see if he can...
Here's a dish inside to Desermia. What they do is foul him inside. Bourdin gets him on a foul. They go to the line and shoot a couple.
So Desermia is back on the line now. Shooting 1 and 1. And here are the Adams fans in front of us once again turning around on the foul shot. Desermia goes 1 for 2, but Shelton comes down with the rebound. Passes it into Desermia. He misses the bunny.
Boy, nice turnaround shot. Just couldn't convert on that.
Less than 5 minutes to go in the game. The Highlanders leading by 5.
Adams is in the spread offense, still being patient. Get a nice flash there.
Nice feed, nice cut by Ryan Houster. He got the pass and he put in the jumper.
Saw the open lane, a good pass, squared up.
Shelton didn't put the ball on the floor. He's going to be called for traveling.
It's hard for the big guys to handle the ball on the break like that. Sometimes it's best to pull it out. There you go. Shelton just took it down without 3 or 4 steps, powered it in. Could have got called for the offensive foul there if he didn't get called for the traveling.
Okay, let's go to the Rochester Adams huddle.
Keep running one. Keep running one. You don't need that screen. If you don't need it, just pop out there. Don't screen for him until he gets the ball like you did on that last one. Wait around, and then screen. One's a good play right now because they're overplaying. If we get by that first pass, you got to be careful of that pass to him. If you can't make that pass to him, dribble around him and make it to John yourself. Okay?
Okay, the teams are coming back on the floor, and John, I've got to say I'm surprised. At the beginning of the game, I thought for certain that the Falcons had a distinct advantage and that it would probably end up in a win for them tonight, but it's not panning out that way.
Yeah, I think who's played a big part in that is Carl Bourdin and Chris Pardon. They've played tough against the big guys inside. I think they've neutralized the size so far for Rochester.
And the Falcons come out and bring out some full court pressure, but the Highlanders break it easily.
And this is exactly what Rochester didn't want to do. They wanted to stay compact in that 3-2 zone, and now they're forced to cover the guards and put good pressure on them outside.
Okay, Ryan House made a nice drive that time just to get the bucket to go down. And the Highlanders have a 7-point lead here with 4 minutes to go in the game.
A little 3-quarter press here. Just slight token pressure by Adams.
Bad pass once again, and the Falcons turn the ball over.
Yeah, just put a little pressure on the guards, confusion, and they get the turnover.
You know, the Highlanders have done a great job tonight of controlling the tempo of the game, and that has really been the difference for them, I believe. They've controlled the tempo, and they've nullified the height advantage.
Yeah, they know exactly what shot they want to get and who they want to get it from. They contained Rochester, they've controlled the tempo, and that's exactly the game plan they were looking for.
Another traveling call. The lane was open, but he just kind of hesitated, I guess, seeing that defensive man come over.
Boy, it was a nice give-and-go pass right here. They give, and it was to go back to number 40. Neil Johnson goes up, takes the 2 steps. He was getting ready for the pump fake.
And the Falcons, they lose the ball once again. It's going to be inbounded by the Highlanders. Going out of the game is Eric Thurston for the Falcons. And replacing him is Jeremy Mullet, number 24. Also coming into the game for the Highlanders, that's number 32, Phil Preed. The Highlanders controlling the ball once again, taking their time, being very patient. The Falcons are coming out with that pressure, but as of yet, they haven't been able to force any turnovers.
Yeah, they almost look like they're going to start trapping and double teaming up top within the next couple minutes. So here you can see Desermier coming on the backside.
And there's a turnover finally.
The good trapping defense on the corner forced Adams into the turnover.
But the Rochester Falcons, if they want to win this game, they're going to have to make something happen and happen quickly. We've got less than 3 minutes to go. There's Reggio missing the shot, and Bourdain coming down with the rebound for the Highlanders.
Yeah, this is crunch time here. Rochester has to play tough right at this point of the game.
There's Greg Bath handling the ball out front. And the Highlanders doing a good job of moving the ball.
It's almost a 1-4 type spread here, North Carolina spread. Rochester trying to trap up front.
Here's John Stanley. They finally take the ball away from Stanley. That was Greg Muir making the breakaway, but he was fouled.
It almost looked like an intentional foul there. Rochester caused the turnover. Here's the good steal. He's going to take it strong to the basket. Oh, and there's the intentional foul. And that's what the officials are going to call. They're going to call intentional foul.
Looks like Ryan House is entering the game now for the Adams Highlanders. 2:17 to go in the game. A 7-point lead for the Highlanders. Greg Muir is going to try to cut into that lead. And the one thing you can't do when you're trying to come back is miss foul shots.
Boy, that's the key. You've got to make those free throws late in the game, especially when you're going to get fouled or you're going to foul the other team.
That time, Greg Muir got the shooter's bounce, so he sinks one of two. And during that foul shot, Rochester Falcons coach Ed Wright was quite livid there with the officials. Five-point lead. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go. And the Highlanders steal the ball and come away with it. Let's see if the Falcons go ahead and foul them, trying to stop the clock.
Boy, they've got 3 players on one guy right now, just trying to run right to the ball and get the trap.
The Highlanders doing a very good job of moving the ball.
Boy, they're patient on offense, too. They had a wide open shot, decided to pull it back out and run the clock off.
And there's the foul on Eric Thurston.
That was a close call. Stanley almost got called for the over and back there. Referee decided to blow the whistle for the foul instead. He'll go to the line and shoot a couple.
It's a 6-point lead for the Highlanders. 1:39 to go here in the game. And there's Coach Ed Wright for the Falcons. Looks like he may get his first loss tonight of the season.
Yeah, he's thinking exactly right now that this game hasn't suited his tempo quite yet.
John Stanley has played a good game tonight. He's at the line now, shooting 1 and 1. Misses the first shot, so he will not get the bonus. But once again, the Falcons did not make a good play on that one. Bad pass through traffic.
Boy, they've got to get a bucket down here every time down they come down the court with 1:25 left. You've really got to be conservative and get a good shot.
So all the Highlanders are concerned about right now is running down the clock. There's Desermier trying to steal the ball, but it goes out of bounds, and the Highlanders will retain possession.
Tried to cut off the passing lane, deflected it right off into the crowd.
Coming into the game, that's Greg Bath, and Chris Pardon, who has played one whale of a game here tonight, will take a rest.
Boy, he's been an extremely talented player here today. Looks like they've got a couple extra ball handlers in the game now and a couple extra free throw shooters. Now that Rochester's putting the pressure on.
There's Reggio with the foul on Greg Bath. Bath will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1.
This is where it really counts here, is at the foul line. With a minute left, these free throws can mean the difference between a win and a loss.
The Highlanders are up by 6. We've got a minute and 4 seconds to go. Greg Bath has an opportunity to put his team up by 8. And he misses the shot. The Falcons have to attack the basket quickly here. Time is running down on them. Here's the shot from Jeremy Mullet, and I think we'll hear the chant of air ball.
I'm surprised they didn't try and pull it out for a three-point shot there. Being down by 6 with only 40 seconds left.
The Falcons need to foul to stop the clock, but they got a steal there. There's Reggio. Shot is blocked. It'll be out of bounds to the Falcons.
No foul in the play. It looks like he got hammered going up for the bucket. There's a good pass. Reggio takes it in strong. Oh, there's definitely contact with the body. The referees didn't call it on that one.
34 seconds to go. Paul Van Dam from three-point land. Disarmia misses the rebound. Ball is going to go out to the Highlanders, and it looks like the Falcons are going to get their first loss tonight, John.
Boy, Rochester just couldn't get a good shot off. Adams has played tremendous on the defensive glass against the big team today.
And the Falcons commit the foul there to stop the clock. 26 seconds to go.
Greg Bath will go to the line and shoot a couple here. Here they go. Here's Bath with the foul. Bath will go to the line trying to protect the ball. That's what you got to do in the last couple minutes.
And here we are in the last few seconds of the game, and Coach Ed Wright has one of his key players, Eric Thurston, on the bench. And Thurston just hasn't had a very good game here tonight.
No, he just didn't have his confidence today. He was off on his shooting a little bit in the first couple quarters. Didn't set the pace for Rochester as he would like to do.
There's Eric Thurston. Eric Thurston was rated as one of the top players in the area coming in this year, John.
Yeah, he's a quality player. I think he's one of those hidden secrets out in the suburbs here. I'm sure he'll get a look by a lot of future schools at a later date.
And Greg Bath drops both free throws. The Highlanders are now up by 8 with 26 seconds to go.
Boy, that tuxedo really looks good on Ken Bellotti now.
Reggio bringing the ball up against token pressure. There's Paul Van Dam setting up the three. Coming down with the rebound, the Highlanders just need to run out the clock.
Another foul there. Stanley go to the line, shoot a couple. Stanley's played one whale of a game today, Dave.
He really has. He's a gutsy little kid, 5'9", but he would take the ball down the lane and he would shoot up against the big trees.
Yeah, good dribble penetration by the young man. He had a good jump shot he set up. He had his feet square for a couple big threes. He's played well today.
And I get the feeling he must be a pretty good three-point shooter because he looked for it quite often tonight.
Yeah, he knows exactly where he wants to set up. And his players should know that too. They know where the good shooters are and know where to get it to them all the time.
John Stanley makes that first free throw. It's up by 9 with 14 seconds to go.
You can see the Adams players are already up on the bench. They're going to celebrate this. They're going to be the talk of the town, at least for the weekend.
And Coach Ken Belote got what he wanted. He wanted to score in the 50s, and the Adams Highlanders have just hit 50.
Almost 20 points down on what they wanted to score for the game, Rochester.
And the game is over, and bragging rights to Rochester Hills goes to the Adams Highlanders.
Boy, the celebration's awesome. This is a big game for him. This makes him 2-0 in the league. It's a stepping stone right here.
And John, it makes you wonder, in talking to Coach Ed Wright at the beginning of the game, he said he wanted to play down, the hype factor as to this being a big game. He said it really wasn't a big game for them. They were looking forward to West Bloomfield. Maybe they were looking ahead beyond Adams and didn't give them their just due respect.
Yeah, I think you can see by the size of the crowd and the celebration that this was more than a big game, a small game. West Bloomfield may be next on the schedule, but they certainly shouldn't have looked past this one if they did.
Okay, the Adams Highlanders have just defeated the Rochester Falcons by a score of 50-40 here at Adams High School for tonight's game of the week, and we'll be back to look at the final stats right after this.
It was against the rules to play in the car with my friends, and I knew it. I flattened Dad's new chicken coop.
It was me. I did it.
It's all right. I will never forget what Dad said that day. When you knew you were in big trouble, you still told the truth.
And we are so proud of you.
The important lessons in life are learned at home from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
And once again, our final score, the Adams Highlanders 50 and the Rochester Falcons 40. Let's take a look at tonight's final stats. And here are the stats for tonight. The Adams Highlanders outshot the Rochester Falcons by field goal percentage of 42% over 38%. But the glaring thing here, John, are the rebounds. The Adams Highlanders, the smaller team, but they out-rebounded the bigger team, the Rochester Falcons, by 26-22.
Yeah, Adams was definitely tough on the boards today. They had good defensive rebounding. They had some offensive rebounding in there. And also I see a stat that sticks out as the free throw percentage. Shooting 80% to 60% in a game, close game like this coming down the last couple of minutes, those free throws really count.
And here are the scores by the quarters. The Adams Highlanders won every quarter except the third, and they only lost that one by 1 point. So they came out and really took control of the game and controlled the game for basically the duration of the game.
Yeah, once again, Adams came out and they wanted to set a tempo in the 50s to lower 60s. Rochester tried out to come out in the 70s, and obviously Adams came out on top on that game plan.
Okay, and next week, we'll journey over to Oakland University as the Pioneers take on Northwood Institute. Don't forget the college game of the week next week, Saturday and Monday at 7 p.m. here on Channel 63. And once again, our final score for tonight's TCI Cable Game of the Week, the Adams Highlanders defeating the Rochester Falcons by a score of 50-40. And I'm Dave Jones along with John Bushka and the rest of the TCI crew here saying thanks for watching the TCI Cable Game of the Week and good night.